What's up, y'all? Happy Friday, happy Juneteenth, or Thursday. Happy Thursday, happy Juneteenth. I just finished a workout at the gym, but I also got my kitchen table, my dining table. Now, the lovely woman at the front desk, bless her, because I was like, hey man, can I load my giant package into your golf car and you drive it over to my apartment because it doesn't fit in my car? And she's like, oh my God, yeah, I'll do that for you. And she's like 4'11". She helped me load that fucking thing into the golf car. And then I drove behind her and she drove in front of me. I had my hazard lights on. She watched me, or she escorted me to my apartment, helped me load this thing on the dolly that I have in my car. And we both brought it upstairs to my apartment. Bless her so much, like, dude. And we saw 5 dudes on the way too, doing nothing. Nobody helped. No man helped, but that woman did. Anyway, I digress. The table I have is beautiful, a nice walnut wood finish. I'm gonna show you. I got it from Article. It's beautiful. Look at it. I was gonna zoom. No, that's not zoom. Look at it. We're gonna put it together and then it's gonna go over there in the window because I wanna sit right there and have my morning coffee, breakfast, eat my food, blah, 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 everywhere over there. That fucking chip right there. Didn't even notice. What's up, y'all? So, one of my homies asked me about my vinyl collection, and I wanted to share because she pointed out something very interesting. I have a lot of movie soundtrack vinyls, which I knew eventually I would do because I've grown up being a soundtrack person. Like I watch a movie, it becomes one of my favorite films, and then I go and find the soundtrack and download all the songs if I liked it. And so far I've gotten a few holy grails, but not every single one that I wanted. But the collection is growing, so I thought I'd share with you what I have. So I'm pretty proud of it, and then there's a couple that I regret buying. And then I'm gonna do some honorable mentions, and that'll be like video game soundtracks as well. So yeah. Okay, so first one up, I have the Lost in Translation soundtrack. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I also got a print for it just because I really loved it, but like there's a lot of repeat songs on here just because it's literally going through every scene of the movie in the song that was playing in the scene. And I love when soundtracks do that just because you can visualize the movie when it does that. Oh, I remember this. This is when they were on the train going to the temple to go pray and write a prayer on the piece of paper and tie it to the prayer tree. I remember that. You know, like that's how this one is set up, and that's what I love a lot about this vinyl. So Lost in Translation, #1. This is actually the first soundtrack vinyl I got as well. So it's fitting. This is the first one I bought. Second, Garden State. Heck yeah. This one, I love this one so much that the innards fell apart. So I cannot even hold the vinyl inside the sleeves that it came in. But I play this like once every other week just because it's just such a chill soundtrack. The movie is fantastic. The soundtrack is fantastic. I can't say enough about this. And this is one of those that haven't been overly priced. You know, like they print this one constantly, so it stays at like $20 to $30. Not that that's not expensive, it is. But there are others that I have that are way more than that because they didn't print them, or they stopped printing them after a certain amount of time, and then they brought them back. So this one stays the same. Such a good one. Love it. Next, we have Cruel Intentions. I love this movie. I am mad at myself because this is one of those overpriced ones. They had a 2-disc special and they were both pink discs, and it was priced at $50. And I was like, nah, I'm not, it'll be there. I can get it later. Then it was sold out. And so I had to go to eBay, and then I paid $90 for it. For non-pink discs, it's just normal black vinyls, $90. Worth it though, because I love the soundtrack. It's got the Verve Bittersweet Symphony, of course, Placebo, Fatboy Slim, Praise You. Like, that's why I love soundtracks, because it has, you know, if you like the song individually, but you don't necessarily like the artist, or you don't like the album that the song is on, soundtracks at least have that singular song that you like mixed in with other songs that you might not know yet, but you will get to know because it's on this vinyl. Counting Crows, Colorblind. I love that song. I spent a whole summer in college once learning how to play just that on the keyboard. It's such a beautiful song, so I'm glad I have that, despite the price. Keeping it moving here. So I have Walk the Line, another Reese Witherspoon. I just really like how Reese and Joaquin Phoenix and Tyler Hilton, all of them, I like how their voices sound, and I like that they gave them the chance to shine singing, and it just sounds so great. And I know they're all Johnny Cash and, you know, whatever, but it's still just, it's fantastic. I love this vinyl. Then we have Whiplash. Hell yeah. A lot of jazz. I like how this is separated. A lot of, like, the first half of the disc is just all the songs that they played as a jazz band, and then the other half is just the musical score and the background of scenes when they weren't practicing in the band. I really like how they divided that, because sometimes you don't want to hear that. Sometimes you don't want to hear, I don't know, what's his face? His name is escaping me. But sometimes you just don't want to hear them talking. You know, sometimes you just want to hear the jazz. So, Whiplash. Yeah, it's a good one. I'm gonna kind of section this out because I have a lot. Yeah, okay. Next I have Kill Bill. I'm not gonna lie, I mostly got this one for 2 songs, and then I started listening to this vinyl and I love it as a complete piece now, but I originally got it for Bang Bang by Nancy Sinatra, and I got it for the Flower of Carnage by Meiko Kaji. Those are the 2 songs I wanted it for. So the first opening scene song, and then the part where Oren Ishii gets her head scalped, and the beautiful song that comes to that as she's walking to her death. Fucking love that song. And then I got to, you know, the Woohoo song, you know, woohoo, woohoo. That one is fun too, of course, but you know, the other ones on here I've gotten to really like just love. It just sounds so good on a speaker. So yeah, Kill Bill. Plus, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. Kill Bill Volume 1. I like 2, I've grown to appreciate 2, but number 1 is still the best. Now these 2, I don't want any judgment, all right? But Twilight, come on. This soundtrack is phenomenal. I mean, we have Paramore, Caught Myself, we have Decode, we have Linkin Park, like come on, we have the Muse, like Robert Pattinson is fucking singing on this, okay? I don't like Twilight. I liked the first one when it first came out. I saw that in theaters. New Moon is insufferable to me. All of them just kind of suck. But the soundtracks of every single one, so good. So I got Twilight, and I also have New Moon. Yes. This one has Possibility and Meet Me on the Equinox by Death Cab for Cutie. This one has St. Vincent and Bon Iver, the Rosalind. Like, come on. This is peak fall vibes, right? If I had to choose which one I liked most, I probably listened to New Moon more, but this one has the Paramore, so yes. I need to get the one with 1,000 Years on it. I need to check for that, and then I'll complete my collection because I don't like the others, so no judgment, right? This one is a cult classic, Juno. This one has a special place in my heart because I don't know, this movie kind of as a teenager introduced me to new types of music, like more indie, alt music, like both old and new, like Buddy Holly. I know he's not really indie, but he was mainstream when he was alive, but still, only a few people nowadays listen to Buddy Holly, you know what I mean? And then also Cat Power, and it's got Sonic Youth and Kimya Dawson. I rode on a Greyhound bus to Portland with a friend, and we went and saw Kimya Dawson at a Montessori school with a bunch of children. We were the only 2 in their 20s while she was performing for that school, Montessori school. And she just had a baby named Panda. She named her daughter Panda, which was adorable. And we got to see her in concert, and she sounds exactly the same. And I'll never forget that. It was one of the most spontaneous things we ever did. We had a weekend free. We just fucking went and sent it. Like, yeah. So this vinyl has a special place in my heart. It reminds me of college. So, high school and college. So, we got Juno. And then a couple of new ones. Saltburn. This was another one that I wish that I pulled the trigger on when I first saw it because I wanted the nasty bathwater vinyl. That was when it was going for $50. Now it's like 200 and something. I think this one is a red disc though. So I'm not really mad about that. I think this one's red. Or no, this might not be red. No, it's red. So, I mean, it's something. It's just not the thing. Yeah, this is like peak British music, but it's supposed to be because it is British. But this, I couldn't resist this one because this also had a bunch of like Ladytron. I've never heard anybody else talk about Destroy Everything You Touch. I love that song. It also has Block Party, of course. The Killers, Mr. Brightside. So, like, you know, there was some stuff. Time to Pretend by MGMT. And then the Murder on the Dance Floor, that one. That's really fun. So there's just like, this movie was weird. This movie was fun and weird. And the soundtrack is even better. So we got Saltburn. Okay, we're coming up on a few more. And then the honorable mentions. So we have Her. I know it doesn't look like it's from the movie, but it says soundtrack from the original score from Her. And this is the one with the computer and the AI, the Scarlett Johansson and what's his face? Joaquin Phoenix. It's really the response letter to Lost in Translation. So these two go hand in hand pretty much. This one got me through studying for my ASVAB, studying for Security Plus. This one is just such a chill, low vibe. Like there's, I think maybe one song with actual singing, like word singing. Yeah, it's just a chill vibe. You just want something to chill out to. You just want to hear instruments. Like that's a good one to put on. I got The Little Mermaid. I just love all the songs and the singing, and it's just so beautiful, and Halle Bailey did such a great job singing. I even like the fucking one with Aquafina. Like, I just like it. It's just cute. I feel like this is a piece of history, and I'm glad I got it. And it's just a very good vinyl. And yeah, that's why I have it. So, keeping with the Disney theme, this one is Fantasia. So, this is from 1940. This one is an unsealed copy until I opened it. So, oops. Definitely lost its value there. But when I was a child, my parents would put this on for me to fall asleep, but I wouldn't fall asleep just because it was so beautiful. It paired classical music, classical music with imagery and artwork, and I just love it. Like, this just reminds me of just peace and art and just anything magical about music. Like, that's why I wanted to have this in my collection. This is the original Fantasia volume, vinyl. Just so good. Just so good. Yeah, childhood right there. Then we have 500 Days of Summer. This one, you guys, this was one of those ones I thought I was never gonna own because they were trying to sell this for $500 because they had only printed a few when this movie first came out in the early I want to say like 2010, maybe 2010. I feel like I was still in college. They had only printed a few of these, and then one day, you know, I just kind of give up hope. Then one day I got online, something told me to check Urban Outfitters, and I was like, okay, checked Urban Outfitters. Here it was on sale, $30. I bought it immediately. It was back ordered, but I bought it and I got it. $30. Went from $500 to never going to own that to $30. $30. Bought it immediately. This one is very special to me as well. Also saw it in college. Also needed to see it during a breakup. All the music is just so beautiful. You got the Smiths. You got Feist. I love Feist. And then also introduced me to like Zooey Deschanel's like She and Him. I love them as well. I love their Christmas album the best. That is a really good Christmas album. So if you're ever thinking of that, Yeah, I got Regina Spektor. It's got the Sweet Disposition by Temper Trap. Like, it's just such a good album. I had to have it, and I got it, and here it is. This one is one of the ones I'm most proud of, for sure. Okay, now we're coming down to the musicals. Well, this one's not a musical. So I'm gonna count this because this is the classical score from all of the Studio Ghibli films. So it's got like everything from Princess Mononoke to Castle in the Sky, Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro. Like, I'm gonna count it. It's just classical music, but from the films. And I knew I needed to have it because I love all Studio Ghibli. So good. Yes. Now this one definitely counts because this is only Howl's Moving Castle. And I love Howl's Moving Castle. That's my favorite one. And then Spirited Away, and then My Neighbor Totoro, and then Kiki's Delivery Service. But Howl's Moving Castle is my favorite one, 100%. So, yes. Now, this one's not a musical. I got Barbie for my birthday because why not? I really like this movie and I like the soundtrack, and it's just fun to have. It did not come with a case. This is how it came to me though. I don't know why companies do that because that's not safe for the vinyl and it won't have longevity. So I had to super duper wrap this one. But yeah, this one was fun. My sister got that for me. Older sister got that for me for my birthday. Okay, musicals, and then the last one I regret. So I got Hairspray. I'm also counting this, even though this is the Broadway play Hairspray, not the movie Hairspray. Still the same songs, minus a few new ones. It has fucking Will Schuester. I didn't know that he played Link. But yeah, he played Link, alright. I don't like that guy. But this, I like this play, I love the soundtrack. So good. Another one, Little Shop of Horrors. Yes! This one, so good. From the beginning to the end, it's just so good. Come on! I love it so much. It reminds me of my childhood. This is one of those movies I had on repeat because I have ADHD and autism, all that jazz. This was a repeat movie for me, a comfort movie. Still is kind of, and this one definitely is. Labyrinth. Come on. I just love David Bowie. I love David Bowie. I love David Bowie. So I had to get this when I saw it. This was on sale. It was like 18 bucks. Yeah. So, but this one is just like, this is another one that follows the scenes. So it's a lot of music, singing, then running music, then singing, then hiding music. You know what I mean? So I don't really listen to all of it all the time. I definitely listen to the David Bowie's, like As the World Falls Down. I actually think I'm going to listen to that a little bit later today. So I'm going to set this to the side. But yes. Ooh, and then there's a couple. So this one is a holy grail I spent a lot of money on, that I would absolutely spend this money on again. This is another one I thought I was never gonna get because they stopped printing them. When I say a lot of money, like over $100. But it was a lot of money to me then because I didn't have any money. I was like, I don't need to eat. I don't need to eat for a week or two. It's fine. I was still in the military. I was still starting my vinyl collection. But this movie means so much to me. I don't know why, but like, I think I just want to be a romantic. I am a romantic. I'm a romantic, and I just love unrequited love that can't happen because somebody's in the way, some factors in the way, keeping them apart. But it's the Romeo and Juliet, the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet. I love this vinyl. I'm actually currently listening to it now. Start to finish, it's just such a good. And I noticed every single song talks about Romeo and Juliet. I think that was on purpose. Either these songs were made for this vinyl, or it was just a coincidence, but I feel like they were made for this vinyl. If you ever get a chance to listen to the whole soundtrack, there's little tidbits, like you could just tell it was just meant to be on here. So I love that about this soundtrack specifically. I spent like $125. This is not my most expensive one, but this is my most expensive soundtrack I paid for. And I would do it again. So that's that. Now, here's one that I wholeheartedly regret buying. Because why did I buy this? There's a reason that it was only $15 on Amazon. I fucking hate looking at it and listening to it, but I will not throw it away because it is a story to tell. And that's Midsommar. Now, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I have the May Queen sitting over here. I also have an incense burner. That's the house, the tribute house to the gods. But the reason I regret this vinyl so hard is because it has the sex scene in it, the mating ritual scene, language of sex. And it's literally these women grunting that you saw in the movie where they're helping Christians sleep with Maya. I put this on, got in the shower, and that track came on, and oh my god. I had it on full blast, and all you hear is, and I was like, no! To this day, I'm mortified. I hopped my naked ass out of the shower and turned that off so fast. Oh my gosh. I haven't listened to it since. It put me off so hard. I can't. So I think I only have, okay, we're good. My camera is dying, but we only have a few more left. Honorable mentions, video games. So this one I was really proud of. I showed you in a YouTube video prior to this, but it's my Final Fantasy X vinyl. Oh, this is my most expensive vinyl. I paid like $320 for this. Now, I don't care what you think. I am a collector first. Finding anything Final Fantasy X related, whether that be merch, figures, you know, if you don't know where to look, which I don't, but I do now. I didn't, but I do now. This was not going down in price because they definitely don't print this anymore. The closest you can get to having anything from Final Fantasy X is the orchestra version of it where they're, what is it? I forget what it is, the world of Final Fantasy, the orchestra that travels the world and plays all the Final Fantasy songs. And some of them I don't know. Like, my favorites are 10, 7, 13, 16. I like those the best. But 10 is my ultimate favorite. And I just couldn't pass it up. I was like, I have money now. My bills are paid. I want this in my collection. And I'm so happy that I got it. It makes me so happy looking down and looking at it and knowing that it's mine. And I have it. This is my most expensive one. Out of all the vinyls I own, this is my most expensive one. And I'm happy with that. No regrets. And then my last honorable mention from a video game is 3. I got the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary soundtrack for all 3 main games, not the side games, the DS games. So we have the first one, it has everything. Dearly Beloved, Simple and Clean, Kyrie Traverse Town, like it's got all the good stuff. And then we have Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm gonna have to fix those. So Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, I think this one was my favorite Kingdom Hearts. Number 1 is just nostalgic, just because we were all just so stoked to play this. We stayed up. We stayed up 8-hour shifts to play this game. Took naps, woke up early to play it. I remember, and it was we got a new PS2 and that game for Christmas, and we were just obsessed with it. Obsessed. And that was actually my introduction to Final Fantasy as well. And then my least fucking favorite game, I didn't even fucking finish it, is Kingdom Hearts 3. I haven't even listened to this vinyl. That's how much I don't like this one. But I'm just glad it's in here. This one I got for a good price, and I bought it for my birthday. This was only $130 for the whole set. I think it is sold out on Square Enix though. I got really lucky because I saw a TikTok of a girl that had this, and I was like, oh no, I need to get mine. And I'm really glad I did. Now I need to get a Final Fantasy VII vinyl, but we'll see how I can manage that, because it's pretty popular nowadays with all the remakes and whatnot. But yeah, that's my vinyl collection. That's my vinyl collection from soundtracks and musicals and video game soundtracks. And I will be getting more. And that's not, I would say that's like a healthy half of my collection. Here's what's left. You see? Not too bad. Here's what's left. So I would say that's a good healthy chunk, a good quarter. A good quarter of my collection is just movie soundtracks, video game soundtracks, and musicals. So, yeah. Let me know which one's your favorite, or if you have any of these, because that would be pretty cool if you did. Just let me know what yours looks like, if you have one, or if you're thinking about starting one. I wouldn't call myself advanced. I just now upgraded my vinyl, my record player. I love the setup as it is now, but I am looking to further invest into it. I want some floor speakers, some JBLs probably. I haven't decided what I wanted, but I will constantly be upgrading this, because I want to maintain this. This is something that I do every day. I purposely didn't buy a TV. Sorry. I purposely didn't buy a TV because I wanted my music to be the main focus of when I come home and I relax. Plus I have that giant monitor right there. But yeah, this is just passion project for me, and I just love every bit of my vinyl collection. So let me know what you also think I should get next, if you have any recommendations. I'd love to have a discussion about music. I love music, period. So yeah, thanks for watching.